How to replace a human touch Novo X door actuator. You will need both a long and short-handled Phillips head screwdriver, 4 and 5 mm Allen wrenches, a 13 mm socket wrench, wire cutter, zip ties, and the pry tool that came with the chair. You may also wish to use gripped gloves when disconnecting air hoses. Be sure to save all removed parts for reassembly. To get started, power off the chair, then unplug it. Next, we'll remove the upper doors. Using the pry tool that came with the chair, pry the right-hand upper door panel off the door. Disconnect the remote, then place it on the seat. Next, disconnect the 3 flat upper door connectors. Turn the round connector lock to unlock it, then disconnect the connectors. Disconnect the air hose. You may wish to use gripped gloves to make this easier. Using a 4 mm Allen wrench, remove the 4 screws that secure the metal collar to the chair. Remove the upper door from the chair. Using the pry tool that came with the chair, pry the left-hand upper door panel off the door. Disconnect the 3 flat connectors and the air hose. Using a 4 mm Allen wrench, remove the 4 screws that secure the metal collar to the chair. Remove the upper door from the chair. Next, we'll remove the back cover. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws that secure the back cover to the chair. You will need a short-handled screwdriver to remove the 2 lower screws. Remove the back cover from the chair. Next, we'll remove the upper backrest. Cut the zip tie that secures the right-hand speaker cable, then disconnect the upper wide connectors, the air hose, and the lower wide connector. Repeat this step on the left-hand side. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 screws that secure the right-hand backrest side panel. Pull outward on the side panel to remove it. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 4 lower screws from the metal brackets on the right-hand side of the backrest. Remove the 4 screws that secure the left-hand backrest side panel. Pull outward on the side panel to remove it. Remove the 4 lower screws from the metal brackets on the left-hand side of the backrest. Unzip the top of the backrest pad from the backrest. Remove the upper backrest from the chair. Next, we'll remove the door actuator. This video shows a right-hand actuator replacement. The process is the same on the left-hand side except where noted. From the rear of the chair, pull the cables and hose through the actuator. Remove the cloth cover from the cable bundle. This requires cutting the 2 zip ties that secure it. Using a 5 mm Allen wrench, remove the Allen screw and white plastic inserts from the lower left corner of the actuator. Note there is an insert on both the front and the back of the actuator. Using a 13 mm socket wrench, remove the hex bolt and white plastic insert from the lower right-hand corner of the actuator. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 3 remaining screws and inserts that secure the actuator to the chair. Remove the white insert that was on the lower right rear of the actuator that is likely still attached to the chair. Now, let's replace it. First, we'll install the door actuator. Place the new actuator on top of the rear shroud, with the motor facing the side of the chair on which you are installing it. Aligning the ends, bundle the actuator cable with the cables and hose you previously removed from the protective wrap. Note that there are 4 cables and 1 hose on the right-hand side of the chair, and 3 cables and 1 hose on the left-hand side of the chair. Wrap the cloth cover around the cable bundle near the connectors. If you are replacing a right-hand door actuator, feed the actuator cable out the center of the cloth cover. If you are replacing the left-hand actuator, feed it out the top. Secure the cloth cover using the hook and loop fasteners. Install a new zip tie at each end of the cloth cover to secure it. Cut the excess zip ties. Feed the cable bundle through the hole in the actuator from the back side, making sure all of the cables and the hose are accessible from the front side. Install the 2 white plastic inserts you removed from the back of the old actuator into the 2 holes on the back of the new actuator. Place the actuator into position, with the cable bundle between the actuator and the chair frame, making sure the two rear plastic inserts do not fall off the actuator. Align the screw holes, then replace the upper screw and white plastic insert. Replace the other two Phillips head screws and white plastic inserts. Lift the detached chair frame upward to align the screw hole with the actuator, then replace the 5mm Allen screw and white plastic insert to secure it. Replace the hex bolt and white plastic insert. Pull the cable bundle to take up any slack. Next, we'll replace the upper backrest. Note the upper and lower posts on each side of the chair frame. Note the upper and lower brackets on each side of the upper backrest. Aligning the posts with the brackets, install the upper backrest onto the chair. You will need to pull the connectors and hoses on each side through the upper backrest holes. Confirm that the lower posts are installed in the brackets. Replace the 4 screws on the left-hand side to secure the upper backrest to the chair. Locate the left-hand backrest side panel with the letter L for left inside. Place the panel into position, aligning the posts on the panel with the sockets on the chair, then push firmly to snap the posts into the sockets. Replace the 4 screws to secure the backrest side panel. Replace the 4 screws on the right-hand side to secure the upper backrest to the chair. Snap the right-hand backrest side panel into position, then replace the 4 screws to secure it. On the right-hand side of the backrest, reconnect the lower white connector from the chair to the white connector on the backrest that is next to the blue connector. Reconnect the backrest air hose to the corresponding air hose from the chair, making sure the hose is installed all the way onto the fitting. Reconnect the upper white connector to the corresponding connector from the chair. Install a new zip tie to secure the speaker cable to the other cable. Cut the excess zip tie. Repeat these steps on the left-hand side to connect the air hose and connectors and secure the speaker cable. Next, we'll replace the back cover. Note the tabs along the edge of the back cover. Note the corresponding slots on the chair. Insert the tabs into the slots, then press firmly on the back cover to secure it. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, replace the 4 back cover screws. You will need a short-handled Phillips head screwdriver to replace the 2 lower screws. Next, we'll replace the upper doors. Install the blade on the front of the left-hand door into the slot on the lower left-hand door, then pull the hose and all of the connectors through the hole in the door. Using a 4mm Allen wrench, replace the 4 screws to secure the metal collar to the chair. Connect the 3 flat connectors and install the hose all the way onto the fitting. Align the door panel posts with the sockets on the door, then press the edges of the panel to snap the posts into the sockets. Install the blade on the front of the upper right-hand door into the slot on the lower door, then pull the hose and all of the connectors through the hole in the door. Using a 4mm Allen wrench, replace the 4 screws to secure the metal collar to the chair. Connect the 3 flat connectors and install the hose all the way onto the fitting. Connect the round remote connectors, aligning the pins with the sockets, then turn the connector lock to secure it. Align the door panel posts with the sockets on the door, then press the edges of the panel to snap the posts into the sockets. Now let's wrap it up. Zip the top of the backrest pad to the backrest. Aligning the pins with the sockets, plug the remote into the corresponding connector from the chair. Plug in the chair, then power it on. Power on the remote. Press the power button again, then select power off to restore the chair. The chair is restored when the door touch panel lights turn from red to blue and the remote automatically powers off.